Welcome to this episode of Work the Left Side. It's just a short one, just to go over the AEW GrandSlam. Just finished watching it. Thought it was an awesome show overall. Uh, One massive thing pissed me off, but we'll get to that at the end of the video. Started off strong though, man. The Claudio Jericho match, thought it was awesome. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Knew the result pretty much beforehand. I think anybody could have kind of guessed that Jericho was getting that title, and I'm hoping it leads to a future feud or a few more matches with an old opponent, which ties into the main event, which I'll mention later. Yeah, gutted for Claudio, but he's a world champion. He's a former world champion now, and the upward curve for the guy still is awesome. So he's a professional, man. He knows what the crack is. And if AEW are wanting to do something with Ring of Honor, if they're pushing for a TV show, trying to get it TV time, obviously having a name like Jericho helps. Is an established name. TV people know him. In and out wrestling fans obviously know Jericho more than they'll know Claudio Castelloni. Most wrestling fans obviously only know him as Cesaro, so he's not going to pull in the fans that may have slipped by. If lapsed, that's the word I'm looking for. If lapsed wrestling fans hear Ring of Honor is coming back to television and Chris Jericho is the world champion at this point, then it'll gain a bit more attention, I would have thought. It's just my thought. I might be wrong. They might not be wanting to do anything with it on TV, but you got to think, man, they've got this whole new company. It would make sense to try and get it on TV. Have it as a third show, I suppose. Take it from there. Yeah, Jericho's champion. Makes sense. And it was a good match overall. Both guys did themselves proud. Said before on the show, Jericho still is one of the best out there. Still performing at his age. Obviously leaned down again now. Got himself back in shape. Dude's moving awesomely. So kudos. Next up was the Acclaimed versus Swerve and Lee. And after not winning the titles at the pay-per-view, I think me and Ash discussed this a few episodes ago. Again, I think it was pretty much nailed on that they were going to win the tag titles at this show. It's not a bad thing. Being predictable isn't always a bad thing. It's not always predictable. We try and predict these things. We don't always get it right. So, but I'm glad we got it right this time. The Acclaimed are a great team. They've got themselves over, and yeah, kudos again to them. They will be good tag champs. Looking forward to some future matches. Looking forward to them versus FTR. Looking forward to them versus the Ass Boys. Looking forward to them, versus the other tag teams that are kicking about. And all the success to them. It's just, you can tell how over they are. We've said it before. If they can get some, and it is a stupid ass gimmick, the whole Sesame thing. But again, if you're a return viewer, you'll have seen, or everybody that was on that episode, I think it was me, Ash, and Ryan. As soon as we mentioned the Acclaim, it's like, Sesame Daddy-O! It's what wrestling fans do. And if a team's over, then you can get the stupidest gimmick over as well and get it popped, which is how you can tell they're over. That shouldn't be a thing, but the fans go fucking nuts for it. So it's awesome. It's good match. Not as good as the pay-per-view match. I enjoyed the pay-per-view match a lot more, but I'm happy with the result on this one. And obviously, I kind of want to see whether we get a Keith Lee Swerve feud now. Don't see how that's really going to work, given Swerve's cool, but I just can't see how they're going to work him as a credible threat against Lee, unless he gets some peeps behind him. maybe an AEW equivalent of Hit Row. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. And next up, I believe, yes, it was the Orange Cassidy Pac. Love this match. Love this match. Anybody knows me knows how highly I rate Pac. He's one of my favourite wrestlers. Has been for many, many years. Since I saw him at 1PW against AJ Styles years ago. And loved him as Neville. Hated the fucking name, but loved him as Neville. And yeah, and Orange Cassidy, again, all the time in the world for him. I think the guy's a fucking genius to come up with something so original in a business that's been around for so many years. And I know people love him or hate him, but there's no denying now the dude is skilled. He gets in that ring, and the guy knows what he's doing. Whether you hate the gimmick, whether you like the gimmick, there's no denying the dude's got ring talent. And this showed. This was just another example. I mean, if you want any more examples, go watch his match against Ethan Page a while ago. Go watch his match against Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door. It was one of the matches of the night, and on that pay per view, that's speaking highly. So yeah, that was fucking awesome, and I love the fact Pac had to cheat to win this one. It just makes OC seem even more credible. He was on Pac's level on this match. Pac had to cheat to beat him. That's the rub for Cassidy. Even though Cassidy lost, that's the rub for him. That's what will. That's the takeaway for me. Pac was awesome. Pac was always going to win. There's no way he was losing that title. And yeah, but now Cassidy looks even more boss. So highly recommend going to watch it if you haven't already. If you haven't already, and what the fuck are you watching this? I'm giving away spoilers here. Don't watch this unless you've watched fucking Grand Slam. Next up was the women's match, the Fatal 4-Way. And firstly, let me just shout out Deep. The woman is amazing. Some of the moves she was doing, the transitions, she is legitimately a fucking professor in that ring. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to work. Not Athena's biggest fan. At times she looks awesome. At other times she just looks clumsy, awkward. Tony Storm's quality. And Britt Baker. Not the best in the ring, but probably the best character in the women's division. So, and she's getting better every time she's in the ring as well. So it's not meant as an insult. She's just not Deep's level. So, but few people are. But character-wise, Baker's awesome. And also we've got to see Jamie Hayter ran in. Finally, kind of reunited the friendship with Britt Baker. And then we got the big debut, the big surprise, the moment of the show, which was the formerly known as Paige Saraya turning up in AEW. And obviously, being based in the UK, I'm always going to pop for British talent. And yeah, plus, I'm a dude with eyes. Paige was awesome in WWE. And hopefully she'll be awesome in AEW. Obviously, I don't know yet whether she's back wrestling, whether she'll be back in a managerial role. Hopefully, her next, sorted, she can get back in the ring. Because I still think we've got the best to see from Paige in the ring. She's still, if she's fit, this is going to be awesome. But even just as in a managerial role, she offers something. She's got a charisma. She can work a mic. And yeah, I'm just really glad to see her in AEW. So exciting times for the former Paige Saraya fans out there. And yeah, it's kind of got me wanting to watch the next episode to see what happens. So job done, because that's what wrestling is. That's what it should be. We should get the excitement, but we should also get bits that make us look forward to watching the next episode, which again is something I think Dynamite do really well. So yeah, Sarai's here, Paige is here. Woo! This makes me so happy. And finally, we had the main event. Obviously, Bryan Danielson versus Mox. Again, I think we've said on previous videos, if you're a return viewer, I think we've all sort of said how badly we wanted Bryan Danielson to win this match, just because why wouldn't you have Danielson as your champion if you had chance? No offense to Mox. Mox is awesome. I'm a big fan of the character. I think he's come on leaps and bounds since being Dean Ambrose. Big fan of his ring work. I've seen him as champ 2-3 times now. I kind of wanted something new, something different, and it's just kind of like we didn't get it. We got Mox as champ again, and again, not to besmirch the guy, he is a very good champion. Obviously, in hindsight, thinking about it as I'm talking, we should have seen it coming because we had the whole face-to-face between him and MJF a couple of weeks ago on Dynamite. I think it was last week. So that was obviously planting the seeds for a future feud between those two. So obviously, yeah, I think it was kind of written in the skies that Mox was going to win it. But I think a lot of people I know were very hopeful that Danielson would get the title, because again, like I say, why wouldn't you want Bryan Danielson as your champion? The dude's fucking legitimately the best wrestler in the world right now, and I will discuss that with anybody who disagrees in the comments or on Twitter or on the Facebook group. Please, if you disagree with that, tell me why. Give me your best wrestler. Is it Omega? Is it Reigns? Whoever it is. I'm sure you got a valid point, but for me, it's Danielson, and it's not even close. So this is what I want to address. That's one of the reasons I've kind of done this video, is I want to throw this out there, just to see if anybody else agrees or what people think is, as I say, obviously Jericho's Ring of Honor champion, and the returning feud that I touched upon 10 minutes ago was him and Danielson. I want to see Bryan Danielson as Ring of Honor champion. If he's not going to be AEW champion, I want Jericho and Danielson to go at it now at some point, and Bryan Danielson restore some honor to the ROH title, because obviously they're playing up the fact that Jericho kind of pisses all over what the ROH title stands for. So that'll be, again, Danielson's the perfect guy to reinforce the honor code, and then that'll also tie into Garcia being the pure champion. So you could have at some point Danielson and Garcia as the two. Obviously Joe's got the TV title, but yeah, the pure champion and the world champion I think would be Danielson and Garcia for me. That would just be awesome, and I'm hoping that's where this goes. So as pissed off as I am at that ending, or disappointed, I'm not pissed off. Wrestling doesn't piss me off, it just either makes me very happy or it disappoints me. And Moxley winning the world title disappointed me, but TK's had more hits than misses in my opinion, so AEW still have my trust, and I'm hoping, yeah, they put the title on Moxley to free up Danielson becoming Ring of Honor champion at some point in the not so distant future. So yeah, that was it really. I just wanted to post this, get those opinions out there, and hopefully in a few months when Danielson's Ring of Honor champion, I can reference back to this video and be like, motherfuckers, I told you. So yeah, that was it. So thank you for watching. As always, hit like, subscribe, share the channel. Please help me get please help us get the subscribers up, and spread the word, spread the love. Other people that like wrestling, tell them about us. Whether you think they'll agree with us or whether you think they'll think we're a bunch of idiots. But hey, there's no. So yeah, awesome. Follow us on Twitter as well. WTLS 420. Say hi on Twitter as well. So thank you for watching. Much love and adios.